I'm also an Oracle certified specialist.
Wonderful. Wow.
Actually, I never thought I would need the certification, but I thought like I'm into IT as well as training, so it's better I would go for a certification. I have recently, done my certification. Here is the certification. If you want, you can just have a look, just to get a picture of it. Oracle Certified Specialist. This certifies that Mr. Devar Prasad Birla has earned the credential Oracle Business Intelligence Foundation Suite 11G and is recognized by Oracle University as the Oracle Certified Specialist.
Wow. Okay.
So like this, once you are done with the training, you can also go for certification, because I know that in foreign countries certification has a lot of scope, and you are all given the topmost priority when you are a certified person.
Yes.
Okay. Now let me introduce the tool to you. Before that, I'll just give you a brief history of what is this. Okay.
Okay.
Let me talk about the tool first. OBIEE. It stands for Oracle Business Intelligence Enterprise Edition. So people call it as a reporting tool, which is used to
Okay.
create, develop reports and give it to the manager, so that they help these managers in taking effective decisions, correct decision at correct time, right? But it is
Can
not,
you,
it no, what I'm trying to explain you is that Oracle Business Intelligence Enterprise Edition, it is normally called as a reporting tool. Okay.
okay.
And by the term reporting tool, it means that it is going to create reports which will help the managers to take effective decisions, correct decision at correct time, mainly help in the decision making process, right?
Right.
Now, people normally call it as a simple reporting tool, but it's not only a simple reporting tool. It is a data analytical tool, because it will help us to analyze the data. Based on the analysis, then we are going to develop the reports. So so it is a data analysis and a reporting tool. So it is an analytical tool which is used to analyze the data, and a reporting tool which is used to generate the reports based on the analysis. Fine. Now, first I'll tell you the history of this tool. Then I'll take you to the workflow of the environment. Then I'll show you how actually the tool is used in the real time. Fine. Okay. Now, initially in the market, there was a vendor called as Enquire. It was a vendor, Enquire. He had a product called as Answers. This was a simple reporting tool. From this vendor, Siebel. Siebel, famous for Siebel applications, CRM especially, customer relationship management model. Siebel has acquired it and named it as Siebel Analytics. The last version was 7.8.2.5. And from Siebel, Oracle has acquired this. In the year December 2006, and then renamed it as OBIEE, Oracle Business Intelligence Enterprise Edition. And I was trained in the year February 2007, just a month after the acquisition, and 10.1.5 1.3.0 was the initial version. Then we had 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 4.1 and 4.2 version, which is the latest in the 10G flavor. Now Oracle has also come up with a 11G flavor in the year 2010, almost at the ending of 2010, and we have 11G flavors also, and it starts with 11.1.1.3.0, 5.0, 6.0, 6.2 with a patch upgrade, and 7.0, which is the actual upgraded product. 7.0 is the latest version. So we are going to work on 11.1.1.7.0. Fine. And the certification is based on the version 11.1.1.5.0. You will be charged US dollar 195 or 200 probably for the certification. You will have 75 questions. You need to get at least 50 correct answers, and the minimum pass percentage is 63%. Once you get 63%, you are Oracle certified specialist. Minimum of 63%. Fine.
Okay.
So this is a brief history of the tool, and you have seen the latest versions. So I've been training on both the 10G and 11G versions from almost from last 4 years. Now let me take you a step forward and introduce you to the environment. Okay, so which environment this tool is used? Basically, when we talk about this tool usage, it is basically used in a data warehouse environment. So what is a data warehouse? A data warehouse is a very big database where company's historical data is stored, right? Let's say you have a company. This company is existing in the market from last 10 years. So all this 10 years data, it has to store somewhere for future use, right? Yes. So then we will talk about something called as a data warehouse. Now what is this data warehouse? It is a very big database where we store a company's historical data. Why? What is the purpose? For analysis and reporting. This is our purpose, right?
Yep.
For analysis and report. Now, why do we need analysis? Why do we need reporting? Let's say I want to know what is my current month sales and what was the sales last month. Or let's say I want to compare my last year sales report with the current year sales report. So definitely I need to have retained all my historical data at some place, right?
Yep.
So that place is called as a data warehouse. Now, when I say data warehouse, it is an environment where not only your historical data is stored, but also you need to retain your current data. Because without current data, I cannot compare. I cannot analyze. Let's say I want to have an analysis. I want to find out my current month sales, compare it to my last month sales. So last month sales, let us assume that it is there in the data warehouse. Current month sales, let's say I don't have the data. Then can you do an analysis? Impossible. So always it is mandatory to have at least 10% of current data and 90% of historical data. So in a data warehouse, you have 90% of static data, that is historical data. 90% static data, 90% of static data, and 10% historical data. Sorry, 10% dynamic. Dynamic in the sense current data. Static or historical, current or dynamic data. Got it?
Okay.
Yes. Now, what happens here is, let's say you have your company in 3 different branches. Let's say US, UK, Singapore. Fine. Now, in US, you are using Oracle database. In UK, you are using Teradata. In Singapore, let's say you are using SQL Server. Your company is one and the same, but the databases which you are using to store your data differs. The application is differing here, right?
Right.
Okay. Now, but my company is one and the same. My company is one and the same. I have to store all these 3 branches data in a single environment, in a single place, at a single store, right? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I want to analyze, I will just pull the data from that place and I will analyze, right?
Right.
So let's say I have my branch at US, UK, Singapore. Now I have the US, it is using Oracle database. I have UK branch, it is using Teradata. And I have Singapore, it is using SQL Server. SQL Server. Now, what happens is that the database which you used to store, which is used to store day-to-day transactions, it is called as an OLTP database, online transaction processing database. You buy something online, a transaction is done, it is stored, right? Or you just book
Yep.
some ticket, a movie ticket or a flight, whatever it is, the transactions, day-to-day transactions are stored in certain database, which is called as an OLTP database, right?
Mm-hmm.
Online transaction processing. So this database has some limitations. You can store data, you can manipulate, you can edit, you can modify, you can delete all the transactions, but the storage, there is a limit. You cannot store the data for more than 3 months, or let's say for max of 6 months, because once you store it and whenever new transactions are done, you have to store that new transactions also in this database. Then once this is full, let's say its size is full, you cannot entertain the new transactions here in the same OLTP, right? Once it has reached its maximum limit, the new transactions cannot be recorded in the OLTP. So it is based on a simple funda. Every year the company releases its profit and loss statements. First quarter revenue, second quarter revenue, third quarter revenue, fourth quarter revenue. So basically, because based on the database, every 3 months the data from the OLTP has to be moved to some place where it can be stored further for analysis and reporting, right?
Right.
Yeah. So that database where you can have the data for further storage and analysis, it is called as an OLAP database, online analytical processing database. Okay, online analytical processing database. Now this database is also called as a data warehouse database. The environment here is a data warehouse environment where the data has to be moved from the OLTP sources to an OLAP database where it will be used for retaining for further analysis and reporting purpose, right?
Yep.
Now my question is, how the data will be moved from the OLTP to the OLAP source? Definitely there should
Okay.
be some mechanism, right? And I
Yeah.
have to move all the data from different sources, from Oracle, which is in US, from Teradata, which you are using in UK, and from SQL Server, which you are using in Singapore, right?
Correct.
So manually it is not possible. It's very difficult to do this manually. For that, we employ a tool called as an ETL tool, extract, transform, and load. ETL tool. Extract the data, transform it, transformation in the sense making some business logical calculations, then load it into the OLAP data, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Now using this ETL, you can have this data extracted from multiple data sources like this, or a single data source. When you extract it, depending on the source, it is called a source dependent extraction, because first extraction depends on the source Oracle, second depends on the source Teradata, third depends on the source SQL Server, right? So what I have
Yep.
to know, what I have to do initially is I have to extract the data from different sources, right?
Yes.
Now after extraction, I need to put it somewhere. That area is called as a staging database. That area is called as a staging database. Staging database. Staging table. Now what is the staging table? You will select one common database. Let's say I'm selecting Oracle in our example. Now what I do, whatever data I have extracted from these three different data sources, Oracle, Teradata and SQL Server, I will extract these three data from these three data sources and put it into the staging database. Now the staging database is a common database for me, which contains data from three different sources. Got it now? Yes?
Yes.
And the tables here are called as staging tables. And whatever business calculations you will be doing here, the transformations what I told, ETL, extract, transform and load. So you have extracted it, put it into the staging database. You have to now implement some business calculations. Let us say the customer is very loyal, is very old customer. You want to give him some bonus, so you will implement that bonus logic here in the staging database. Got it? So this type of transformations, implementing business logic, not only business logic, when you try to extract the data from two or more data sources, there may be unwanted junk data, misinterpretation of data. So you need to clean this data, right? This process is called as data cleansing, and that is performed by the transformations. So technically speaking, a transformation is an algorithm running in the background which helps in two things. One is cleansing of data, that is data cleansing. Other one is implementing business logic, right?
Yep.
Now the data from the staging database then will be moved to the OLAP database server, and whatever OLAP database the data is available, it is called as metadata. Why it is called as metadata? Because it is containing data from more than one data source, and all the tables here, when I say, let's say I have some table here as called as customers. So looking at the table, I can understand that yes, this data belongs to some customers coming from different OLTP sources, right? When I say customer ID, so I mean that customer ID is referring to a customer. So all metadata means data about data or data describing some other data. Fine?
Correct.
Yes. So this entire process is called as ETL. We are not worried about this ETL process because we are not ETL developers. We are BI developers. Our task is only to connect to this OLAP data source, import the metadata, and then develop the reports based on this metadata. So whatever is happening on the left hand side, we are not bothered because that is the task of ETL developers. In the market, we have different ETL tools like the Informatica Power Center, the Data Stage, the Oracle ODI, Oracle Data Integrator, and Oracle Warehouse Builder. Like this, you have different ETL tools available in the market. But right now, the famous one, the top number one ETL tool is Informatica Power Center. It is very famous for its data analytical operations. Okay, especially extraction, transformation, and loading. Understood this process? This is what happens in a data warehouse. Now, as an Obiee developer, our target database is the OLAP database server. Okay?
Okay.
Now, what we are going to do is, we are going to use our Oracle Business Intelligence Enterprise Edition tool, connect to this OLAP database, import the data, okay, then create a structure called as a repository. I'll tell you the development process now. Development process. Development process. So what you do is, first you design a structure called as a repository. Design a structure called as a repository. The file will be called as a .rpd file, rapid database file, rapid RPD, rapid database file. And you do this by using a tool called as the Oracle BI administration tool, or simple word admin tool. Okay,
Okay.
admin tool, Oracle BI admin tool. Now, once this analysis done, once you have created or designed the repository, okay, using the Oracle BI administration tool, and using this BI administration tool, you are importing the metadata content from different OLAP data sources. And let me tell you the important feature of this Obiee. It supports any type of data source. Let it be a flat file to the latest database. It supports a flat file, Excel, FoxPro, Visual FoxPro, DBase, DB2, Sybase, Informix, SQL Server, SAP modules, SAS modules, PeoplesOftDB, JD Edwards, BAN. It supports any ERP, any CRM, any data source in the world. That is why Obiee is very famous.
Okay.
Supports any type of data source, right from a flat file to the latest database or ERP, whatever it may be. Okay, so let us assume that a design of a repository by importing the metadata and creating the design. Once this repository is designed, your next task will be development of reports. Development of reports. And this you are going to do it by using a tool called as the Oracle BI Presentation Services tool. Presentation Services or the server tool. Okay.
Okay.
Then the remaining phases all depends on the software development life cycle. You will have the testing, maintenance, everything. Because this is also development, testing will be there, administration, maintenance. And this testing phase is not mandatory, it depends on the client. If the client is ready to spend on testing, then we may employ a separate Obiee testing team. People who are into software testing from almost 3 to 5 years will employ a separate testing team for exclusive testing of the Obiee reports. Got it?
Okay.
Otherwise, testing is not mandatory. Depends on the client.
Okay.
So these are the normal development process. Now, how the tool exactly looks like. When you install the tool on your machine, you get a folder like this. Oracle Business Intelligence folder. You click on it, you have different applications here. To start your application, you say start BI services, and it starts like this. It starts like this. It says running mode and it starts. And immediately it will open a tool automatically, which is called as the Presentation Services tool, which is actual login. Automatically when you start it, it will open a tool like this. It will open a tool, a front-end login like this. A web page says Oracle Business Intelligence sign-in window, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now using this tool, you are going to develop the reports. But how to develop or how to design? Because our first stage is designing a repository, right? Yes. Now how to do it? Go to programs. I said you will be using an administration tool. It's a BI administration tool. It will open the Oracle BI administration tool. Go to help and click on about Oracle BI administration tool. You see that it is showing you the version here as 11.1.1.7.0. Click on OK. This is to confirm that we are using the latest version. Now, how to create a new repository? I'll just say file, new repository, and I'll give a name here. XYZ. Okay, and if you want to import the data source right now, say yes, otherwise leave it. And I said no, and I will give the password, repository password. Right now I'm not importing any metadata. I'm just creating the repository structure. I'm giving the password here for the repository and retyping the password for the repository, and just click on finish. Once you click on finish, it will open a window like this with your repository xyz.rpd, and you see three layers here: physical layer, business model and mapping layer, and the presentation layer. Okay. If you see this physical layer, what is this physical layer? It will consist of the data sources which you are trying to import. All the metadata will be available in the physical layer. In the business model and mapping layer, 90% of your work of your time you will be spending it here in your business model and mapping layer, because this is the actual layer where you are going to implement your business calculation. Okay. Next is the presentation layer. Now, what is this presentation layer? Whatever data you want to show it to your end client or customer, all that data will be available in the presentation layer. You need to put the data in the presentation layer which you want to show it to your client. I'll just close this and I will show you an already existing repository. I'm not saving this. I'll say file, open an already existing repository. The repository password, and I have a WebLogic server password. I need two passwords here. One is for the repository, another one is to get authenticated with your WebLogic server, which is implemented in 11G to provide extra security both for your application as well as your repository. Open. Now you see I have a physical database here which I have already created. I have a business model here, and I have a presentation catalog which is called as the subject area. Okay, let us assume that Mr. Frank has designed all the three layers of the repository. Your initial task is completed now, right? Designing all the three layers. Okay. Yes, Frank?
Yes.
Yes. Now, how to do it will be, how to import the data will be seeing in the further training class. Okay. So let us assume that Mr. Frank has designed all the three layers. Basically in India, people with more than 5 years experience only will be given this task. Otherwise, less than 5 years will be given the task of report development only. Now let us assume that you have designed all the three layers. Now it is the time to develop the reports. Now how to develop these reports? You should be using this tool now. Oracle Business Intelligence. This is also called as the presentation services window. You log in now. I log in as WebLogic. Click on sign in here. When I sign in into this tool, I see something called as new. Click on new and click on analysis. The same subject area SH, which is available in your administration presentation layer SH, it is also available here now. You see the subject area. Here also it is called as the subject area SH, and in your front end tool also subject area is available. So click on the subject area here, and what I do is I'll just create a sample report for you. Just click on times and say calendar year, and just click on the sales pack, and I'm selecting one measure, amount sold. I click on the results here, immediately it will give me a default report. Now calendar year and the amount sold. Now let's say for this I want to have a pie diagram. I'll go to the view here and say graph and say a pie diagram. Now you see a pie diagram is generated. Amount sold for the corresponding years, right? Now you want this pie diagram in your report here. In the results, along with your report, you want a pie diagram. So select this graph and just click on add view, and the report, the graph is added to your report. Now you see you have your report along with this graph. Now this report and graph you will have to give it to your client, and the client will have a look at this report or the graph. Now this is so simple here. So using this Obiee tool, you are trying to connect to the OLAP database server, import the metadata, design all the three layers of the repository, then come here and develop the report. Got it?
Yes.
Now got an idea how actually you are going to use this tool? Yes?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So now if you have any queries, now you can ask me.
No, no. I mean, I'm understanding. I like it. It's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Thank you.
how the results. It's great. In in order, so are you saying that through this training
Hmm.
we will get to the point of where we're
Through
doing the diagrams, or is
Yeah,
that
yes. Through this training, what we are going to do is we are going to learn how to analyze the data, how to
okay?
create, relationship between different dimensions,
Okay.
how to join two or more tables together, how to establish primary and foreign key relationship between tables, how to use different graphs, charts in your real-time reporting.
Okay.
So
Very nice.
I will train you right from the scratch. But the basic minimum requirement here is you should have minimum knowledge on SQL. Simple SQL
Okay.
statements.
SQL.
SQL, yes.
Okay. So that kind of like a prerequisite.
Yeah, prerequisite. Basic SQL statements, not procedural language, not to write stored procedures, not simple SQL statement like select, select, select statement, and create table statements. Very basic, simple SQL.
Huh. Okay. Okay. Um, Interesting. Okay, I don't, I'm familiar. I haven't necessarily taken SQL, but I am. Uh, I mean, I do find myself, comfortable with the
Okay,
programs.
okay, fine, no problem.
I wonder if I should inquire first about SQL, then this class. What do you think? Is there?
SQL, it's very simple. You can learn it yourself. If you want, I can
Oh,
guide
okay.
you on
So
that.
it's
It's
not
very
in depth. Not
basic thing. You don't require
okay.
in-depth knowledge on SQL, not in-depth. Basic, simple things, and I hope that you can learn it yourself. You do not require any course for that.
Okay.
So you can
Okay. I
start.
can.
I can guide you through the starting process of it. And let us assume you are learning it yourself, and still you feel that you are not able to cope up. Then I can suggest you to go for a course. But why don't you give it a shot first? Try it, and I tell you, it's very simple. You can easily learn it yourself. SQL.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Very good. Uh, uh, Very good. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other queries you have regarding the training? And now before that, if you want to rate me out of 10, how much you would rate me?
I would definitely rate you. I would say 9. Only I would say 10.
Mhm.
Only that I don't give 10s that often, so I normally go 9.
Yeah, thank you, no problem. So
Yeah.
now
I
you
think
if you have
you're
any queries, you can ask me so that anything like for the training, uh, and regarding the material, I will be providing you with all material designed by me and materials from Oracle Corporation, and materials that include real-time examples according to the concepts and topic wise, and of course,
and after the
yeah.
after this course, would I theoretically be prepared to try to take the certification, or is there another course?
Yes. No. After the course, you are you're right the way prepared for certification, but you need to spend
Okay.
at least 2 to 3 weeks because I will be sending you some guides, some books which you
Okay.
need to study. Something like server administration guide and the architecture. All is you need to be thorough. So it all depends on you. You have to take up more time and study. Then obviously you do not need any other certification course.
Oh, okay. So this is
Right
it. This
now,
is the good foundation for
yes,
starting a job in BI.
yes. And right now, Oracle has no recommended training for that. But in the future, if it has a recommended training, it will charge you not less than $5,000.
Oh, wow.
$5,000 for that recommended training for the
Uh-huh.
certification process.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So see, you can now understand the benefits of training that you would be getting from us.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. That's good information. Good to know. Um,
So,
well, yeah,
so
I
I have just started a batch today. I had taken a demo just before your demo. So once you are okay, then we can start the training for from tomorrow itself. If you're okay with
yeah,
the training.
I'm very motivated for the training. I'm thinking if I take the weekend to go over some SQL to maybe start on Monday or something like that. So the classes are every day for
Yeah,
one hour, or
let me tell you. Regular mode, the classes are every day 1 hour. And if you go for a weekend batch, every weekend, Saturday 2.5 hours, Sunday 2.5 hours.
oh, okay, okay,
And there is also a fast track batch, but I don't think you're going to opt for a fast track. But fast track also, I'll just give you the information. Fast track depends on number of days you want to get complete. You want to complete the course.
oh,
It
okay.
depends.
No, I like to. I'll probably take it in chunks. I work full time, so maybe an hour a day might be a little more digestible for me.
Yeah. So it's the regular mode would suit you better because daily 1 hour you attend the training and you take out some time for practice, at least practice for 1 hour daily. So definitely in 30 hours of training, I'm sure that you're going to learn a lot in our training and you can also be prepared well enough for the certification process also.
Okay, okay,
So
very good.
any other queries you have from your end?
No, no, thank you.
So,
Very good.
so when would you like to take the training then? Because
You know, I
I'm starting a batch from tomorrow.
from tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
You know, um, the I would, I, you know, I could, I kind of want to do a little bit of the SQL,
Uh-huh.
um, just so I don't play catch up. And I'm thinking maybe if I do that over the weekend, I'd be ready Monday. When's your next batch starting after
Next batch.
tomorrow?
Actually, 2 days before I completed one batch, I'm starting the new batch from tomorrow. So that's why a new batch is already ready to start from tomorrow. So if you lose this batch again, you will have to wait for some more time for a new batch to start.
Oh, it takes a little while, huh?
So see, don't bother about SQL. SQL is very simple. You can just learn it easily, and I will also be teaching some part of SQL here in the training. So you need not be worrying
Oh,
about
okay.
SQL part. I didn't say that totally I'll not be doing anything with SQL, but thing is that whatever required part of SQL required for our OBI, I will be covering it here. Because when we want to write SQL code, definitely I'll be telling you what is that happening when you write this code. Got it?
Okay. Okay. Um, and then so do the classes the batches do they need to be at 8 p.m. every day, or can they switch depending on the schedule, or how does that work?
Yeah, currently my batch starts at 7 a.m. in the morning, 7 a.m. IST. Now, what is your time? My time here is 9:20 a.m. What is your time there?
My time is 8:52 p.m.
Okay, so you are 1 hour, 10 minutes back.
Oh, but most of your batches are every day at 7 a.m.
7 a.m. 7,
Okay,
7 a.m.
that's possible, and they're 1 hour, correct?
Yeah, 1 hour. 7 a.m. IST. 7 a.m. IST. So it will be for you 6:30 p.m. 6:30 p.m.
Oh, 6:30 p.m. Okay, it is that. So there are some days when I do So if there's a day that I just say I can't attend it because for
Then
work reasons.
then you will get the recorded session of it. You can just go to the recorded session, and if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Then I'm going to explain it to you again.
Okay, okay.
So
So
the advantage here in online training is that everything you get recorded videos, and
okay,
that is the missing thing in a classroom training.
yeah. Um, and so then your batch starts tomorrow, and it'd be my time 6:30 p.m.
Yes.
For the batch. Okay, that's and that's I'm sorry. You said that's 7 days,
5 days a week, Monday to Friday.
Monday through Friday. Okay, and that is doable. 7:30, 6:30 to 7:30. Boy, I'm just saying. I already know I have a prior commitment on Friday. But
Really,
you're
your
gonna
best
start,
time is fine.
you're gonna start a batch on tomorrow, Wednesday. So it's gonna just go 2 days. Okay. Then,
Frank, may I know your best timings?
excuse me.
May I know your best timings for the
Yep.
session?
Your
You know,
your 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 convenient timings, if suppose you want to.
so I work with commute time. My work is from about 8 to 6. Uh, about 8 to 6. So 6:30, like 7 in the morning's fine, or 6:30 is fine. It's just this Friday I have a commitment.
Okay, no issue. We will postpone the session on Friday. What about this timing? 6:30 p.m. PST regular. Is it okay for you?
Say that again. Sorry.
6:30 p.m. PST. Is it is the content of time for you every day?
Yeah, yeah. That is a convenient. That can work for me. Um, yeah, that is doable. And so it looks like just one day Friday I'd have to switch it
Yeah.
up, but
We do one thing. We postpone the classes. Otherwise, we will do it instead of Friday session. We will take the session on Saturday or Sunday.
oh, okay, okay. Yeah, well, I no, I'd like to take the course.
Okay, Mr. Frank, I really thank you and appreciate your patience in attending the demo session and spending your valuable time with us.
Yeah, thank you. No, and it sounds like flexibility's there, everything's there
Yes.
to facilitate it. So thank you.
So, any other further queries, Mr. Frank?
No, no, I think that's about it. And it goes 30 days or more.
30 hours,
and
30 hours,
yeah,
30 hours,
30
30
hours.
hours.
Okay.
Yes.
I think I saw the. Oh, okay, 30 hours, so it extends a little bit. Five. And I saw the data on it. Okay, no, very good, very good.
So, no more questions?
No, no.
Okay, fine, fine. Thank you so much for attending the demo session. Hope to see you from tomorrow in the actual training program. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, fine. Thank you so much. Bye. Take care. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.